Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this weather presentation for July 3rd, 2019. As always, please don't forget to subscribe and also ring that bell notifications to never miss one of my videos again. As always, please look in the description for other videos of mine with superior weather content that you won't find anywhere else. And as a way of donating to my channel, please watch the whole video. And as I said before, please subscribe. But watching the whole video is a way of helping out my channel in many different ways. And also please consider checking out playlists. These playlists contain some of my past videos that I did do in case you might have missed them, because you might get notifications for future videos. So these are just some folders. I organized them. Some of them for you guys so you can go back and look at them. I mean, liked videos is automatically there, but all these other ones besides liked videos are ones that I made myself, and that I would suggest you going back and looking at them. Okay, so we're going to get started on this presentation. It's going to be about Hurricane Barbara. This thing was a monster. I saw it this morning, and I was like, oh my goodness. And you could say kind of hit a Cat 5. The max winds were like 155 miles an hour. Okay, Hurricane Michael was the same way. They said it made landfall with 155 mile per hour winds. This was by Florida. And they actually overruled it as a Cat 5. Like they did that like a couple months ago or something like that. So, I'm sure it was a Cat 5 for a little bit, but it was probably like a very strong Cat 4. You can see now the maximum winds are 120 knots, so they're around 140 miles per hour, maybe near 145. And the minimum central pressure is 941 millibars, so that is down. I do believe it was in the mid-930s before. And here's a track for the National Hurricane Center. I do believe HST stands for Hawaii State Time. I think that's what it stands for. But 5 a.m. Hawaiian State Time on Wednesday, July 3rd. And you can see it will remain at least a Cat 3 hurricane through early Thursday morning. And by Thursday afternoon, it should be downgraded to a Category 2, then to a Category 1. And then down to a tropical storm by Saturday, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday, Monday, it's just interesting. Okay, and I was discussing this like not so long ago when I was setting on this presentation. I was discussing this to myself. It is moving in a west-southwest direction towards warmer waters. Could it re-strengthen? And I would say yes, but here's the problem. Hurricanes or tropical systems that come from that direction, I mean coming from wind shear, the way the world is like shaped and like tilted, I can't really explain it. But like the way the axes are, like the hurricane needs to come from the south, from the warmer areas, even if the waters were warm up here. Just a tropical system coming from this direction versus one coming from this direction, it just weakens the storm the way that I think it's where the axes are tilted. It's very hard to explain, but I do think it will keep on weakening to a post-tropical depression or a post-tropical storm at the very best. And even though the winds will be weak, that doesn't mean the rain will be light. And stay tuned to later on the video. Actually, very soon I will be showing you some precipitable water maps as well as rain maps and some wind and wave maps as well. So here's a satellite, and this eye is just so well defined, so organized. I mean, like, that's just absolutely magnificent, and it looked even better this morning. I almost saw earlier in the loop some convection trying to get sucked up into the eye, kind of weakening it a little bit. The outflow channels are just spectacular. I'll show that. I think it's like the third satellite loop I show you, and you can just see the outflow channels, like I said earlier. I just feel like some of the activity has just been to the east of the storm, just kind of been separated, like just kind of like this little gap here. And I think there's some wind shear coming up from the south, kind of taking this thing apart, coming from the southwest, some wind shear there. Let's look at the visible high res, and you can just see the eye. You can't see all the way to the ground, like you can't really see all that dark gray or even some black. It's kind of filling in with weight at this point. Early this morning and late last night, it looks so well defined. Okay, you can just see all the clouds. And now this is not wind shear, this is the storm making its own wind and producing it in what we call outflow channels. And the eye just looks so well defined. This is magnificent just to look at this storm. And we're gonna move on now to the natural color. Okay, and look at this outflow channel. This is at least gotta be, I'm sure, like hundreds of miles from the storm. Okay, just extending well outward. Okay, so some cloudiness extending outward from the storm. So if there's any cruise ships going up there, like around latitude 23, 25 north, and latitude 120 or 115 to 126 west, If you see some clouds in the sky out there, chances are it's from Hurricane Barbara. I don't know if there happens to be a cruise ship out there. I was just saying that. But natural color storm looks very healthy. We're starting to see some cloudiness get inside that eye a little bit. So if you're inside the eye and you don't see clouds and perfect sunshine, and that's gonna be. I mean, it's good for the storm because it's gonna weaken, but bad for the storm itself if the storm wants to strengthen. But look at the water vapor. It just looks like a hole. I mean, it looks really good on the water vapor loop. You can see a lot of moisture. Again, there's that outflow channel I was just talking about. Second outflow channel here, another third outflow channel here. And you can see some outflow as well going to the west. So a very healthy storm, very moist. Got some nice cold cloud tops. And the storm is heading in the direction of Hawaii. And if we look at the GFS model, this is the precipitable water. I will also be showing you the precipitable water anomalies, so you can see, like, well, is this the kind of precipitable water? Try to say that 5 times fast. But is this the precipitable water that we usually see? Alright, and you can see that the storm will be coming from this direction. This is whatever's left of Barbara. As I looked at the GFS, the wind forecast, I'm actually pulling that up for you right now. It's saying that I'm probably thinking it's going to be either a post-tropical depression or a very minimal post-tropical storm. Okay, here it is. This is what we call a post-tropical storm. It's basically just became a low pressure, but it has tropical storm force winds with it. It's not actually still a tropical storm, but it's a post-tropical storm, which is still like a tropical storm, just not as organized, just like a cloud swirl. And you can see, still tropical storm, still got some greens. I still see one little green speckle there indicating tropical storm. And then right as it starts to approach Hawaii, boom, it's gone. So it just becomes dark blues, which indicates a tropical depression. Then, as I said, maybe some refiring, but it just doesn't look too likely. I think it's just going to keep on weakening until the end. And with that said, again, look at that was the precipitable water. We even saw the wind forecast. Let's actually look at the precipitable water anomalies. And watch, we get some blues here as it starts to weaken. Look at this. This huge mass of blue starts to close in on Hawaii. Blue is like, that's rare to see. I mean, not rare for a hurricane, but like dark greens and just medium shades of green are enough to produce problems. And you get this area of blue moving through. I mean, we're talking about 4 to 5 inches above average, the precipitable water above average for the normalized anomaly. And watch this. Right as it closes in on Hawaii, look at this. Starting to see some whitish color towards 6 inches above average, maybe for the precipitable water. And look at this. So right now, Barbara, here it is. Oh, actually, this is 30 hours from now, not right now. This is valid at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And just producing, like, waves well over 30 feet. Probably close to 40 feet earlier at its strongest. And as it closes in on Hawaii, we might see it produce waves of around 10 to 13 feet as it closes in on Hawaii. But Hawaii will have a very long period in the next, like, 10 days. Most likely, or maybe like in the next just like 7 days, we will have waves of 6 to 7 feet or greater before the storm even comes in. And once the remnants of the storm come in, we can see 10 to 13 foot waves, according to the Wave Watch 3 model. And yes, even though the sea surface temperature anomalies around Hawaii are above average, that doesn't mean they're necessarily warm. They're just warmer than they should be. Okay, so Barbara's going to come in on a motion like this. Man, I didn't really draw that very well, but that's what it's basically going to look like. And if it were to make a southern curve and then come up north, it would have almost been like Hurricane Lane or worse, because it would have stayed in those 80 degree sea surface temperatures longer. But now it's going to make an arc to the north instead of an arc to the south, and it will come in a direction like this, getting those waters that are in the 70s as well as some higher wind shears. So that's why the storm is going to weaken. And if it stayed south, like Alvin could have been the same thing as this if it stayed south. Alvin was way far north. And I don't even think it was a tropical storm for that long. It was like 40, 45 mile an hour winds like Andrea, and then it just died. Okay, so here are the hurricane tracks. We're not getting into strengths yet. We will soon. Coming in towards Hawaii, a lot of the models, if not all the models, are saying it. Okay, we got some pressures between 1005 and 1010 millibars as it closes in. So that's not bad. That's like around tropical depression force winds. But like I said, the strongest... This is at its peak strongest, if not actually maybe like a few hours ago it was at its peak strongest. See, that was a GEFS, GEPS you can see as well. And then just going to die out in the next few days. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, ring the bell notifications, and look at my playlist. I am the Weather Dude, signing off.